Welcome, welcome. What's up? What's up? It's your girl V with Shredder Tea Tuesdays, and I have my girl Jahkia. She's my co-host today, y'all. My co-host today. Now listen, don't y'all get too excited. Don't get too excited because I'm always getting excited all the time. But Jahkia, what's up, boo?
What's up, girl?
How you doing? How you feeling today?
I'm good. I feel good. I'm hungry, but
You
other than that, I'm all right.
okay?
How
Well, I just
you?
want. I'm okay. I'm trying to wind my nerves down. I be getting all worked up sometimes for no reason. You know,
Okay.
so
Don't let it get you worked up.
I know. Just let it flow. What's that song? Is that "Let It Flow" from
From
Frozen?
Frozen, that's Let It Go.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Well, yeah. That's
Let It Flow is a different kind of song.
okay. Well, I was close. That's what I meant to say.
You was
Yeah.
close. Let it flow, let it go.
Yeah, let it flow, let it go. Thank you. See, remixing. Okay, so we started this special Tea Tuesdays. We've called it Please Share This Tea, right,
Please
Kia?
share this tea. Yes.
Please share this tea. And so it has a little bit of I have a little bit of flair to it. And so you are able to submit your questions or real life situations, whatever issues that may be going on, privately, and we will give you some advice. And so that's what this is. Now we're not charging anyone. We're not asking for any kind of compensation. We're just giving you what we feel is pretty good advice. I mean, would you agree, Kia?
I agree. I love to give my opinion, even when it's unsolicited. So I love this.
Okay. So I just want to let you know. So if you decide that you want to join, or you want to send some questions in, or you having a question about issue with your boo thing, work, or your work husband or work
Your
wife,
real
whatever.
husband.
Yes. Oh, your real husband. Yes. You can go ahead and submit that and just go to my link on all of my social media. Just click that link and you can put it in. You can submit it in that way. Now, I do want to let you know all of these are anonymous. So
Yeah.
don't get to thinking they going to know my business. They going to say my name. We ain't saying nobody's name. Nobody's name. Okay. I just want to say that first off. So that way you kind of know what you're working with. All right, so let's start off with the first one. You want to go with the first one, or you want me to go?
Either one doesn't matter.
Either one. Okay, I'm gonna let you go first since I know I done talked a lot. Since you the special guest, so you go first.
All right. First question. I have a daughter who married a less than capable provider because she was pregnant. She's sloppy, hasn't seen a dentist in 5 years, barely keeps her room clean, and is very overweight. She lives with us now because she decided finally to go back to school. We let her live in an apartment we own, and it has become so full of roaches because they don't clean their dishes or floors that we left it as is. We are afraid to buy anything for them to live in again because they have no regard for their things, their child's things, or any place they live. What should we do when she finally gets a job if that happens? Do we move her someplace and let her mess it up? Must we take care of everything? Ooh,
Oh, that's where my
that's a
fan.
lot.
Let me get my fan together.
Um, okay.
That's a
So
loaded question now.
yeah, that's a lot.
that's that. You got your water, Kia. You got your water.
You know what? I didn't get no water, but that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. Okay.
I got my fan. So
I mean, I have a couple of questions
what's your
because
question?
you said that she's married.
hmm
And so I guess are you saying that she just got married because she was pregnant and
That's how it appears that she got married because she was pregnant. Her parents did not feel like the man that she married was a capable provider.
okay.
Um, and so I guess as a result of the marriage, all of these other things have taken place.
Taking place.
Um,
Hmm.
this is my opinion.
Okay. Fix your face, kid. We
She,
just
well,
giving it.
because I don't, I don't want to, I don't want to come across as judgy. I don't ever want to do that. But I
Okay.
would say your daughter is, not only is she grown, she's a married woman with a child. And even though you want to help her, at the end of the day, she still has to want better for herself and her family. Um, while I don't think there's anything wrong with helping her, um, I think that you may be handicapping her a tad by picking up the slack. She's got to figure it out. And
Okay.
no matter how bad you want it for her, no matter how much you want to figure it out for her, that's something that she's gonna have to do on her own. If she's that kind of messy and junky, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you can't live in my house like that. You just can't.
Right.
I love you. I will help you in any way I can, but honey, something gotta give.
Some gotta give.
And
And
that ain't
I think I'm quite sure that as with them being parents, they didn't
mm-hmm,
raise her like that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so they're probably just a little bit concerned, like, why is she
Yeah,
just
yeah,
not doing what she is
yeah,
known to do because we've taught
yeah,
her, we've raised her right.
yeah.
But my other issue is, you had said handicap, and we, in the counseling world, we call it enabling, right?
Enabling, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And because when you start doing things like that, you take the responsibility from them.
Exactly, exactly,
And
exactly.
then when do they get to have ownership of
Right,
what they're doing?
right, right.
And she has a child now.
She has a
So
she has
what
a
do you
child. I mean, like I said, it's hard. It's a hard place to be in. I have a 6-year old, and I want to do everything for her, but I have to teach her how to be independent and do some things for herself. And it's hard because you love your kids, so you don't ever want to see them fail. You always want to
Mhm.
see them winning. But at some point, in order for them to get to the point where they can win, you do have to let them fail some, because that's the only way they're ever going to learn how to pick themselves up and keep going. If every
That's true.
time I make a mistake or every time I fail or something happens, something adverse happens, if you're always fixing it for me, I don't ever learn how to be independent and fix it myself. And what happens when you're gone?
Hmm. Oh,
So,
wait.
um,
The young people call this gems, right?
I mean,
Jewels, gems,
I'm trying,
something.
I'm trying, I'm trying. And it's hard because as a parent, you do not want that for your kid. I don't want my
Right.
child to fail, but there are
But
just some things I'm gonna
you
have
have
to
to
let
let
her
them
do.
learn. Yeah. You have to learn.
Absolutely.
And back in, I'm gonna say my generation, because I know you're a little bit younger, Kia.
I ain't much younger than you.
But
Maybe a couple of years, maybe.
a couple of years. Okay. But we had the thing called tough love, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And nowadays this generation, the way that our parents raised us, it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm not raising my
Yeah.
kids like that. They
Yeah.
act like it
Yeah.
was the worst thing.
And I think the intent was good. Like
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to have to go through the negative things that I went through, but I think with our intent we lost the message. You
Uh,
weren't necessarily going through these things because your parents were bad parents or didn't know what they were doing. You were going through these things because look at how good you turned out.
oh, bingo!
And
Hold on.
so you
I ain't
didn't
got no
keep
clapping
those
thing.
same lessons. And so
Mm-hmm.
now your kids are not built the way you are. They can't handle things the way that you are, that you do. They can't process things the way that you do. That's because we kind of put them at a disadvantage by always trying to fix everything and do everything. Somebody called this the participation trophy generation.
Oh, girl, did you read my mind? You read.
And
I
it's
was.
really sad because you have these kids that feel like everything is supposed to go their way.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is supposed to work. If I put forth my best effort, things should just turn out like they're supposed to. And while we may not disagree with that, the unfortunate side of life is that that's not how life is set up.
Right.
Sometimes you try really hard and you do the best you can and you still don't win. And
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. We haven't taught our kids to that it's okay to not win even when you do your best. We make
Right.
these kids feel like if I do my best I should win.
I should win
Not how
all the
life
time.
is.
That's
Sometimes you're
not how.
gonna lose. Even when you're the
Right.
best candidate, sometimes you're gonna lose.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's
So
funny that you mentioned it because I was just thinking that, and I was like, "Oh, that reminds me of what Reggie," because Reggie cannot stand that. Now he's a big sports fan,
yeah,
and so it bothers him when parents feel like, "Oh, well, my child should get this and my child should get that," but
right.
then they didn't put forth any effort.
Yeah,
They don't come to
yeah,
practice. They don't do this. They don't do that,
yeah,
but they should still be rewarded.
yeah.
And ooh, girls
Because
get
that
that
is
Reggie.
not how life is set up
Right.
at
At
all.
all.
You
At
may be
all.
the best employee in the building, but if you only showing up 2 out of 5 days, guess who ain't got no job?
Right.
We don't care how good you are. Come to work. You ain't coming to
Come to
work, you don't
work.
have no job.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I think it's hard for, like you had said, for parents to see their child struggle. And
Uh-huh.
I think in this situation, this scenario, for one, they have a grandbaby, and so they're thinking about their
Yeah. Yep.
grandchild,
Yep.
and they don't want their grandchild in a bad environment or in a tough situation, and so they're
Hmm.
probably mainly thinking, well, how about I just do this for my grandchild? But then they're not thinking about how it's affecting
The
the
trickle down.
daughter.
The
Yeah.
trickle down. I'm gonna do everything in the world for my grandchild, but inadvertently, your child is gonna reap the benefits as well, even when you're not trying to. Yeah, it's a hard place to be in. I mean,
Yeah.
my heart goes out to definitely the parents, but to the daughter as well. I wonder if there's something else going on. They say she hasn't been to the dentist. They said she was overweight, so I'm assuming that she must have gained weight. I guess at a rapid rate. I'm not sure, but it almost makes you wonder: is there something else going on
Going
with the
on.
daughter as well?
Right.
Um, it's a
Right.
hard situation to be in. I'm a Christian, so I would say definitely pray about it. But there's a hard conversation there that's going to have to be had.
Yes,
It's going to have to be.
definitely. Have that one-on-one conversation with her
Yeah.
and come to a solution. She has
Yeah.
to start doing better, not just for her child, but for herself. Because in
Absolutely.
order for her to take care of her child, she got to take care of herself.
I can't be
So
good to
if she's,
nobody if I ain't good to myself.
yeah, that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, we hope that this advice was insightful for you.
Yes. Good luck to you all.
Yes, definitely, because we know that can be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
That can be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so our next one here. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so I love my wife very much. I work hard to provide, and I talk to people every day at work all the time. Once I get home, I just want to relax and chill, but my wife is ready to talk and talk and talk. And I don't want to be rude, but I really don't feel like talking to her. How do I approach this?
Mm.
Now, I'm, I, when I saw this, I kind of thought about me because um, Reggie, Reggie's job, he talks to people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of I'm going to say, well, it didn't really happen until we got married. I put it like that. So, because then we're in the house together all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but when we finally got married, and he's working hard, and then I come home and I'm like, "Hey, hon, how you doing?" Blah, 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 blah. It reminded me of me because I was like, "Oh, that was something that I used to do." And Reggie had to tell me, he's like, "Sometimes I just don't feel like talking. I just need to come home and have some peace."
Yep.
And so I had to respect that. I didn't At first I took it personally, like, "Oh, you don't want to talk to me? You ain't talked to me all day." You know how we
Mm-hmm.
get. We take it personal. But in all fairness, he just needed that time. Even if it's just 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever, just give him that time. So to me, that one kind of hit personally. No, I did not submit this question. So I'm just going to let you know that was
No,
not
that
my
was my
question.
question. Is this you?
That's not my question. But it just kind of hit home because I've had that same situation before, and I had to respect my mate. When you're in a relationship with someone and someone's having a hard time, because you never know if if he's having a bad day and then
Right.
he probably don't want to come home and take it out on everybody else. So he
Mm-hmm.
maybe just need to debrief,
Right.
and then we could talk.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my suggestion, just to kind of respect, explain it to your wife and just tell her this is how I feel. If I can just get if I can just get some time when I come home, give me time to relax,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can talk. You know, I think that would be a better approach. That's just me. What you think, Jahkia? I know you in the single life, so you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like.
I will preface it by saying I've never been married, but I did have a living boyfriend. So I did live with a guy, and that was everything that you said. I completely agree with, because he was the same way. Sometimes he would come home and he just didn't want to talk, and of course I'm a talker, so I took that personally. Like, why you don't want to talk to me? Who you talking to at work? Like, I had a real attitude, like it's got to be somebody else. And he just
Mm,
had to sit me down and explain it. He's like, I love you and I love talking to you, but sometimes when I come home from work, I'm tired and I just need 5-10 minutes to just, decompress from the day.
right.
And once he sat me down and explained that to me, I understood that, because I get it. Sometimes your days are overwhelming, depending on where you work, who you work with. Sometimes you want to punch the wall when you come home. So,
Right.
so sometimes you do just need a minute. I don't think you're wrong for that. I do think that the main thing would be to communicate that to your wife. Let her know, babe, I just need a few minutes when I come through the door, and then we can talk about whatever or do whatever. But definitely communicate that. And because, like I said, he said it to me, and I don't feel like talking right now. What you mean you don't feel like talking right now? You don't want to talk to me? I'm real sassy when I'm offended. So
Right.
he just had to sit that down and explain it to me. But yeah, I agree with everything that you said. Just explain it to her. She'll understand. She
Hmm.
loves you. She loves you, and she wants you happy mentally, physically, emotionally. So she'll understand. Just let her know.
Right. Right. That's true. And communication is the key in any
In
relationship.
anything,
I
communication
mean,
is
even if
definitely
you just now dating or whatever that you're doing, communication is the key. I mean, you gotta have to
absolutely,
talk to each
absolutely.
other.
And you can't be
Um,
afraid to communicate with somebody you say you love. You have to be willing to let them know you, and to, for you to get to know them. How can I say I love you and live in this house with you and we don't hardly talk to each other? We don't talk about anything. We
see,
walking around each other because we mad.
right,
That's
right,
not
because you mad. How,
happening.
how, how's that gonna work? That's not gonna work, especially if you want this long term
That's
relationship.
it.
That's
That's
not gonna
it.
work
It's not.
because you're gonna have to talk. You're gonna talk in one way or the other.
Or another.
I'm just saying.
They have some
So
kind of communicating.
right, right. So give the person time. Give the
Yeah.
person time.
Yeah.
I think that'll help in the long run, so that way you don't end up doing anything
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that you regret.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely.
was an easy one. Okay,
Yeah,
that was good.
that was a good one.
All right,
All
what's our
right.
next? We got another one.
We got one more.
Okay,
Am I wrong? My
probably
husband
so.
gave me a bag of gum of all varieties for my birthday and had my daughter give it to me. This was a gift from him, or I guess the family. Should I feel bad because I was expecting something else and it was from Dollar Tree? I'm gonna be real live honest.
Wait, why you do your hair like that? You was like, girl, I'm sorry.
So, I mean, okay, so I don't want to sound like
You don't want to
a
sound like what, sis?
materialistic person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if it's a gift from the kids, whatever my kids get me, I'm 110% happy with it. Them is my babies. If they
Hmm.
go outside and pick me a flower, my daughter's always picking flowers out the yard. I'm happy with that. But if it's my husband, I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of expect a little more for my birthday from my husband. Unless we are on really hard times and we absolutely know that we can't afford it, then that's fine.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna be honest. I probably would have expected a little more than some gum for my
But
birthday. And I'm petty. I'd have been like, "You trying to tell me my breast stink? Give me all this gum for my birthday." I mean, that's just
but what if you just like to chew gum? I mean, and it's just your favorite, and you just like to chew gum, so he
he gave
gave
her a
you.
bunch of different varieties, so it wasn't her favorite.
Okay, well, I'm okay. I guess I don't know why I'm trying to help.
You can help them. That's fine. That's good. I don't know. Just for me, I'm not gonna lie. I would have expected a little more. You ain't got to buy me
Yeah,
no diamonds and give me no dozen roses. But I mean, my G, you gave me like 30 packs of gum, bro. What I'm supposed to do with this?
right. Right. And Dollar Tree has some pretty good gum. I mean, they all $1. I
Dollar
mean,
Tree
now
does
it's
have some
a
good
dollar
gum.
25, but it's all $1. But
I mean, I don't think it's the worst gift in the world, but the question was, should I feel bad for expecting something different? And no, I don't think you should. I would have expected something different. I'm just gonna be honest. Now, I probably wouldn't have been mad about it. I definitely would have cracked some jokes, but I mean,
right.
I probably would have expected.
Right, that's true.
What if it's a milestone birthday? You done gave her 30 packs of gum for her 30th birthday. We are fighting.
Well, I mean, that could be it. I mean, that would be different. That
That would be different.
that would be different, and that would be creative. So I
I
would
mean,
give
I ain't mad at the husband, but I definitely would have had to crack some funnies and be like, "That's how
crack
you
some.
do it. Watch what you get on your birthday. You gonna get a bottle of Gatorade."
Well, see, that was gonna be my answer because, if you gave me this, this whole pack of gum, then whatever is his, favorite, like, Reggie likes sunflower seeds, so maybe I just give him a whole box of sunflower seeds
Well,
for
that's
his.
if gum is your favorite. What is? Let me play devil's advocate. What if gum ain't your favorite, and Reggie just bought you a bunch of gum for your birthday?
I mean, I would feel some kind of way. Personally, I would be like, okay, this is leading up. Maybe this is leading up to
Into
something like this.
something, right.
Gift number one, and maybe here comes gift number two. That would be my deal. But if
Got
that's
gum.
just it, oh. But does that make us self-centered though? That doesn't make.
I don't think so. I mean, I
Okay.
don't think it's unfair to expect,
A little bit more.
yeah, a little bit more, especially on your birthday.
Right.
Now if it's just a random day and you just like, "Hey babe, I stopped by the store, I got you some gum," and I like to chew gum, I'm all over that. I love that.
Right.
Just randomly do stuff that I like. I'm all
But
over
not
that.
on your birthday.
My birthday, you gave me a whole bunch of packs of gum. I'm looking at you like, I got you. I got you, bro. I got you.
Oh
You get
goodness.
a whole 12 pack of variety Gatorade or something.
Oh, right. And then
Pepsi.
have them staggered around the house or something.
Right.
With a little bow.
I'm gonna make you fine. I'm gonna send you on a treasure hunt for Gatorade.
Yes. That would be it. Now, see, that would be something that I would do. Be a little petty.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that's not really petty, but it's fun.
Yep.
I mean, just that way you're not feeling like your feelings are hurt, because 9 times out of 10, your feelings probably are hurt for having, 30 packs of gum. But then again, those gums really come in handy.
They do.
I mean,
they do. I mean, I'm not giving the gum back. Make no mistake. I'm keeping my 30 packs of gum for sure, because I like to chew gum.
You keep it.
I'm gonna get you a gift just as petty as the one you got me.
Okay, that's even fair.
Gum, though, for sure.
So don't feel bad.
You are not wrong to expect something else, but
right.
But, he probably has something in store for you. So
you never know.
You never know.
It's something coming up later.
Could be.
That'd be nice.
Hey, I surprise you, girl.
Oh my goodness, girl. I don't know. Do we like surprises? Sometimes I like surprises. If
you know what, yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. It depends on who's surprising me.
It depends
I'm
on
a little
who.
particular. It depends on if it's my man, then I'm good. But like just just don't mm-mm. I watch too much investigation discovery. I got a slight fear of the unknown. And
But
people trying to
investigate.
kidnap me and stuff. Don't
But
surprise me.
how you gonna throw investigation discovery into
That's
a
why I don't. That's
surprise?
why I don't really do surprises. That's how people be getting kidnapped and killed. I don't want. I have stuff to do tomorrow. I cannot get kidnapped.
Okay, granted. Okay. Oh my goodness, you in this Discovery Channel? I'm gonna have to, look. I watched that channel one time, and
Don't get hooked on it.
I kept watching the series after another because I was like, wait a minute, what? I know she didn't do that. I said, see, let me get off
It
this show.
was
I ain't got time to be
just
watching this all day.
in. It has consumed my life.
I'm gonna need you to watch something else to get you.
My
So
channel
that
in my
way,
bedroom don't move from investigation discovery.
so that way you could be surprised one time. Surprise,
Nah, I'm good.
maybe. So okay, so we've been talking about marriages, and so you're on the single side and I'm on the marriage side. And so there was this article written by Chris Butler is his name, and
I got a
it's
cousin
talk
named Chris Butler.
you know a Chris Butler.
I got a cousin named Chris Butler. I don't think he wrote the article, but
Oh, that's not him. You got
sorry,
to
I'm
ask
random.
like cousin, did you write this article? No, I'm just joking. Okay, so it talks about the psychology explains why kissing is so important in a marriage. Now,
Okay.
but let's go before the marriage because I mean, I know there's shows that's talking about first what is it called, first time first wait love at first sight or
Yes.
married.
Love at
You know,
first sight. Love after lockup, where they literally meeting people in jail. All that kind of stuff.
wait, are they in physical jail or are they just locked up in a room?
No, love after lockup is about people falling in love with people in jail.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, let me stay
90 Day
focused.
Fiance, all them kind of get married quick shows.
Yes. Now I've heard about this 90-day fiance and all this and the bachelor and the bachelorettes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start before the marriage because I mean I believe that kissing is important.
Mm-hmm.
I I
Absolutely.
I, I love to kiss. I feel like when you are kissing or being intimate with someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to become like sexually
Mm-hmm.
involved.
Right.
Sometimes it can just kissing itself can be a sexual enhancement for people. I'm going to speak just for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think before we even talk about the marriage part, just being single, I think that's something that plays a big part. Because what if you're trying to date somebody and they not a good kisser? I mean,
Right. Right.
I mean, is that a turn off, or do you say I'm gonna try to show him? I'm gonna mold him into knowing how to kiss and
You know,
be, or do you just be like, boy, bye? I mean,
like you just covered my whole face in saliva. This is not gonna work.
oh, did I? Sorry.
Let me let you go now. No, I do. I think kissing is very important. Just to be honest about myself, I'm a little weird.
You are
I,
not weird.
I am because I'm very affectionate, but I'm very affectionate to people that I'm into.
Okay.
For instance, I'm gonna tell off on myself and tell some of my business, but that's all right. Um, Everybody that I am involved with, in a sexual manner, I don't kiss. I have to really be into you in order to kiss you. And sometimes you just get sexually involved with people that you are attracted to. I think you look good, you think I look good, let's do what we do and go on about our business. But in order for me to kissing for me is something that's very intimate. And in order
Mm-hmm.
for me to be that comfortable to be that type of intimate with somebody, I really have to have feelings for you. So
So you have to have feelings before you kiss.
before I kiss,
Wow.
that's why I say
But what if?
I,
But what
I,
if?
I can become. I can be very detached when I want to be. I am a person that I've had people tell me that I should have been a dude. But like I can sleep with you and not really have any real feelings for you.
Feelings, right,
You
right.
know, but in order for me to kiss you and be that kind of intimate with you, yeah, there has to be something there for me.
So it's more of a earned. Like you have to earn. Like you got to earn these kisses. Like because that's a
I
really
mean,
deep.
that sound bad, but I can't
Oh,
believe
does it sound bad? Sorry.
it. You got to earn these kisses.
Not just
But I
gonna get
mean,
all my kisses.
I guess that's what it will be. I don't know, and I've always been like that. Like
Mhm.
if I'm not into you, I'll turn that
Oh,
head quick. Like
you turn that. You give him the cheek,
I'm trying to,
Jahkia. Oh,
you know.
I'm offended and I ain't even kissing
No,
you.
I'm sorry, but I
Dang.
mean, that's just who I am.
Okay. That's
I
true.
told you. They tell me I should have been born to do.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I
So
don't want to be in love with everybody that I lay down with, but that just ain't the reality.
that's true. That's true. That's true. You don't want to do that. So it says on here that it asks a question. It says, "Do you ever notice how you feel better or even giddy after you've making out with somebody?"
I love kissing. So
But they
that's why
got
it's so weird for me because I
to
love it,
that you
but
love
I gotta
right
be into you in
into you.
order.
So
When it is,
now,
it's like a rush. Like it actually feels like a rush when you
mhm,
kissing somebody, especially when you're really into them. Yeah, that's a rush. That's a big
right,
time
right.
rush.
And I think to me, I feel like it's a personal connection.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember back when I was in my dating before, before Reggie, of course. And I remember this one guy. Um, I don't even remember his name. That's bad. But anyway, I ain't gonna say his name. But
I was gonna say, don't say his name, Destiny
right, don't
Child.
say his name. No. But anyways, I remember that I just didn't like the way that he kissed. It
Mm-hmm.
was just too much. It was too liquidy, like too,
Yeah, it's
you know
too
what I
wet. That's
mean?
why I say you got saliva all over my face. Like I can't. We can't continue this.
And that right there just made like he wasn't a bad looking guy, but that right there just made it feel like I can't really I can't go any further with you because I don't feel like I need to train you to learn how to kiss. Like, I mean, I shouldn't say you should have learned
That's
how to kiss
very
back in
fair.
high
No,
school, but
yeah, that's very fair. And you have a
right,
lot of women like that. It's like I'm not training no man to do nothing. I don't know. I guess if I really like you enough to even try to kiss you, I mean, I can. I've had to work with some dudes like like grab their face and be like, okay, hold on, and you know, usher them into how to kiss me the way I want to be kissed. Because I feel like you're
right.
only as good as your last partner. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's true.
Because what you do may be what your last partner likes, but your new partner may not like it.
May not like it.
So, no
Hmm.
matter how good you are or you think you are, you're only as good as the last person you were with because you tailored your sex game or whatever to that person so that you could please that person and vice versa. So I mean,
Hmm.
some people like wet sloppy kisses. I isn't one of those people, but some people do. So I
I
don't
know,
mind
right?
like, babe, okay, let's take it slow. And I don't mind taking the lead on the kiss, not at all.
Not at all.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Okay, so they said that there's some spiritual benefits of kissing. I
I'm going to
mean,
heaven for kissing. From your lips to God's ears, hallelujah.
I don't think they meant on that level,
Okay, I just asked you. Trying to get my ticket punched.
but hey, I mean, no, I mean, but I think they mean like, okay, so it says a kiss puts your brain into a state where you can synchronize with one another,
Hmm.
which means your connection becomes much more profound. So not only do your brain connects, but your heart and emotions, it engages in stimulations. So
I can
I
agree
can
with
kind of
that.
I can see that.
I can agree with that.
I can see that. And so, and this is my deal because I am not, I am not a fan of Bachelor or Bachelorette. But lately, whoever's their marketing director,
It got
they've
you
been doing
hooked.
they've been doing really good with these commercials because they
No,
play
you
these
did.
commercials and it's all, and then I'd be like, what? I said, let me look at this real quick. So, but this is my problem with The Bachelor. Whoever the beautiful woman is, whoever the handsome man is, why are they kissing everybody? And I'm supposed to be looking for my husband. So my husband, he done locked lips with 54 women. Not 54, but you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, for some people, kissing is not that kind of intimate.
That's true.
For some people, for some people, kissing is to them what sex is to me. Just an act.
Just an act. Yeah.
Just an act.
Yeah.
So in a case like that, yeah, I guess it would be easy to go down the line and kiss everybody because you don't really, it's not really associated with anything for you.
Did
It's
you say
kind of
go
like,
down the line?
kiss her and move on. I didn't like her kiss. I like her kiss. And.
We just go
You just kiss
kiss
down the
show and
line.
tell.
Yeah. Okay, let me see how you kiss. She can wet my whole face up. Let me wash my face and then let me come back and kiss you. I guess if it's not an intimate act like that for you, then
Then
yeah,
it's not
I
too
can
big
see
of a deal.
it's
Yeah.
not
And
that
maybe
big
that's
of a deal.
and maybe that's why they are always kissing. I mean, because it's usually by the second show.
And not to cut you off, like I wonder what those NDAs or whatever it is that they have to sign. Like, do you have to be willing to do anything to
Oh,
win?
good question.
Because sometimes they be sleeping with each other, they kiss all on each other, like you said. Like, is that in your contractual agreement that you agree to do that?
That's a good question.
I be wondering that, like, because they just do it so freely, and I'm like,
Yeah.
with all these cameras and stuff around, most folk aren't.
And
But it's like I wonder if that's something that they put in there. Like, if this person decide they want to sleep with you, you have to be willing to,
mm,
give it
I
a go.
wonder, and I'm quite sure everybody probably gets tested. Hopefully.
I hope so.
I mean, I'm just saying,
I hope
just to
so.
make sure you're in the clear. But
Yes.
with this last bachelor that was on, I forgot his name. Anyway, it's not coming to me. I forgot his name. But let's say it was down to the final three. He slept with all three of them. I know. And then one girl, she said, now I know that we're getting connected because I think, well, he ended up picking up, but he said, I know that we're getting connected, but you need to let me know now. If you slept with the other girls, let me know now because I'm not going to be able to move forward with you. And so that's what made him reveal to each woman that yes, I slept with her, I was intimate, and all of them were heartbroken, like, oh my god. I
Because
mean, because
I thought they was the only one he slept with.
yes, I believe so. They thought that he was like it was just a moment between me and you, and the girl ended up leaving, and then one of the other girls they ended up leaving. But long story short, he ended up going back to the girl that
Listen,
told him that in the first place.
you on a show
So
competing for this many men.
thank you.
Why would you think
Mm,
that you gonna be the only person sleeping with him? Like, that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. Your best friend said he had to test the product.
Girl, don't be paying attention to her. She crazy. But I mean, yeah, that's probably what he thought. Like, the ones that I think that I might really want to be with, let me go ahead and see what that's about. Because he was probably gonna pick the one that had the best. I'm just saying.
Well, and that I think he made some kind of statement along that line of I was trying to figure out if I liked it or not. Something of that line. I'm messing it up.
I mean, I want to be
But
mad at him. Sex is not
girl,
supposed to be the biggest part of your relationship,
hello.
but for a lot
Mm,
of people, it is.
It is.
For a lot
That
of people, it is.
that is true.
It takes a special kind of person to go on them shows. I ain't conceited or nothing, but I don't play second fiddle to nobody.
I know,
I'm
right?
not getting out there competing on no show with all these women for you. Either you like me or you don't.
Let alone 30. We ain't even talking about second. Shoot, you got 24th,
Second, 13th, 25th fiddle. No. Uh-uh. I got the number one spot, or I is not.
I is not. I like that.
I is not. You know.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean,
Well, I think with with kissing, it's something that we look forward to.
yes,
I and I'm gonna share my part because there's been maybe twice, and I'm hoping that there's not anymore because I told Reggie don't do this again. But if he leaves the house and he don't kiss me, like, all right, bye. I'll be like, what? And the
like
first
I know
time
damn well you didn't walk out this house and not kiss me.
that can you say that a little bit? That's
Uh-huh.
exactly what I
Uh-huh.
said. I know you didn't. And so then the one time I think I sent him a message and I can't remember what I said, but it probably has some cuss words in it. But I was just like, is that what we're doing?
Right.
I mean,
Did you ever walk out
and
this house and not kiss me first? What was wrong with you?
and so being an Aries woman that I am, the don't roll your eyes. It's still our season, boo. Don't brace yourself. But anyways, let me focus. So the next time I left, I said, I walked on out, didn't give him no kiss or nothing. And that felt so weird.
Weird.
When I said it felt weird, I was just like,
First of all, that's because you ain't got no business doing tit for tat. Stop it. That's why you felt weird.
I know.
But no, yeah, I when I'm in relationships, yeah, like definitely though. We're not walking out the house without kiss. I mean, and we ain't got to have no long, drawn out, dramatic kiss, but yeah, we need something.
Yeah. At least say bye something because
Give
you
me
never
a
know if
text,
something
something.
right. Something happened,
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's only happened twice. So I'm hoping that there's not a third time because I don't
Hoping it
know what
ain't
I
the
would.
third time either.
Let's not do that again. But
Hashtag say brother-in-law.
yes, I mean he has so many friends that's always saving him. I mean, somebody come save me for a change,
I
please.
mean, we got you. We love you.
So anyway, so the final, okay, talking about the marriage part, since um, I think it's pretty much still the same. And I think when you're in a marriage, it takes a lot of work.
Mhm.
And talking about them shows, like I was talking earlier, they go on all these special trips, all these wherever they go, places I've never even been or seen or nothing. But I always wonder, like, well, when do we get to the nitty gritty? What if you don't like to put the toilet seat down? What if you like to leave the last little piece of orange juice in there? What if you
Right.
don't like to cook? What if
Right.
you don't know how to cook?
There you go.
What if what if you got two kids at the house that you ain't told nobody about? What you know? What
What
if
if
you
you
done lost
literally
your
just
job?
sent your representative to this show and that ain't how you are in real life at all?
Hello? Right. What if you're a totally different person when we get to the house?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
real? And I think that at some point, like, when do you guys start to actually court and date? Because that's what
Yeah.
people did back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would actually court and date people.
Mhm.
And now it's just like, okay, all right, I was married
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Meet
Pretty soon.
somebody on Monday, be engaged on Thursday, be on your honeymoon the following Sunday. It's like, I mean, do you know this person? And then you
Right.
on investigation discovery in 2 months because he done killed you in the Bahamas.
Oh, Lord.
I'm
No.
just saying,
Right.
I
Right.
do like I like dating. I like the courtship part and actually taking time to get to know somebody. Especially if
Definitely.
it's somebody that I meet initially, and I'm like, I think that's a cool person. You actually take time to get to know them. I like that part. I think people should spend more time doing that. Now, you ain't got to date for 30, 40 years, but
Not 30, 40 years.
some people date that long. But yeah, I think you should definitely take your time getting to know people.
Oh, well, now we're gonna have to. Maybe we should have a segment on dating, because if somebody dating for 30, 40 years, honey,
Listen, honey, you have people that
we,
will date that long, and then at the end of their life, they be trying to get married.
you already married.
That's what I
And
said.
in some states, if you living with somebody in
You
the same
consider common
household,
law.
it's common law,
Uh huh.
and Oklahoma is one of them. So
But
you've
guess
been
what? Even with common law, even uh, there are certain things that if, for instance, the unfortunate happens and your spouse passes, if you ain't got a piece of paper, it's
Mhm.
a whole bunch of stuff that you cannot do.
That you can't do. Yeah.
Um, and sometimes even with that piece of paper, it's still some other hurdles that you have to jump through. But I'm just of the thing, like, if you love me enough to spend 20, 30 years with me, we live together, we conducting business while we married, why would you not give me your last name? You know what I'm
Why
saying?
not?
Why would you not? I'm good enough to be with, to live with all these years, but I'm not good enough to have your last name.
The- And you done probably had a couple of kids, and they probably grown by now.
Yeah. Yep.
Girl.
Yep. I'm
Huh?
good. That ain't my stilo. And listen,
Uh-uh.
I'm 40. You got 2 years max to date me and decide if you want me to be your wife, and then I'm out. Listen, I don't
What?
have time to date 5 and 6 years. I'm 40. I'm on the second half of my life.
Uh-uh. Hold on.
I don't
You
got
can't just
10 years to date you.
you can't just put you can't put a time stamp on it.
I'm just being honest. I don't
Uh,
got 10 years to date you.
yeah,
Not at 40. At
yes,
20, at 30, okay, but I'm 40. If I date you for 10 years, that means I'm gonna be 50. If you decide in 10 years you don't want me, then I'm back out here at 50 in these streets trying to date. And I pick another dude and he date me for 5 years. Now I'm 55 and I got to get back out there. Well,
you
I
doing.
want to get married till I'm 90.
Why are you doing the math like that? I'm gonna need you.
I'm just saying,
I'm gonna need you.
you got 2 years. You don't know whether or not you love
Oh
me enough
yes,
in 2 years.
but okay, okay. Wait. Now we gonna have to have this. Okay, let's
We
this
can
be
we can
our.
table this for another day. We
Yes,
absolutely can. You got to.
yes. Yes, because this is gonna go into.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you're right. You just saying. And then maybe that's a question that we should ask. Like, what's the max that somebody
How
should
long is
date
too
you
long to date? Yeah.
before you get married?
And does your max time change with your age? Because
Mm.
again, at 20, I could date somebody for 10 years and get out of that relationship. And I'm just 30. But
But
at 40,
Aaliyah
it's a
said,
lot different.
but,
Dating
but
somebody for 10 years starting at 40, that's not for me. That's not really the same as dating you for 10 years at 20.
that's true. But you know, Aaliyah said, age ain't nothing but a number.
And the person who wrote that song for Aaliyah found out that was a lie. Age
We're
is a
not
whole lot more than a number.
we're not talking about who
Be
wrote the
careful
song.
with the numbers.
You will not bring that up. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Oh my gosh. So yes, we're gonna have to talk about dating. I think that would
Yeah, let's
be
talk about that.
fair for us to have that discussion.
My best friend say over 40 years old, 1 year max, under 45 years max.
What
We gon'
Tony?
we gonna say this discussion. This gonna be
We're
a
gonna
good
say it
discussion.
right, and
We
we
gonna
may
say
even bring yeah best friend on the mic on the ones and twos to see what she
you bring
thinks.
on the ones and twos, get
And
her
we and,
opinion.
and we may need to have like a young person, somebody that's just starting a
I think
date.
that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's
We'll
a
we'll
great
look at it.
idea.
So if you want to be on the next Share the Tea Tuesdays, not next week because I got a special interviews coming up the next 2 weeks, but if you want to be on the next Share the Tea Tuesdays with, please share this tea because that's what we're calling this segment, where we're just having real life situations, questions, positive feedback,
Conversation.
Yes, conversations. Uh, just let me know. Just let me know. You have my contact information. If you don't, follow me at Share the Tea with V. I'm on all social medias. Okay. I do appreciate everyone following. And then if this is on my podcast, so if you're on my podcast and you're listening, I appreciate you following on my podcast because I'm on all channels. Like I'm not about to announce all of them, but I'm on there and it's called Share the Tea. So I just want to say, Jahkia, thank you, boo.
You are
Girl,
very welcome. Thank you for inviting me. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. This is
yes.
my very first podcast. Maybe I'll be famous here in a little bit.
Yeah, girl, you might be famous.
Yeah,
Come
like
on now.
I can't listen. I know too many people with sketchy backgrounds to be famous. They'll be in my business way too hard.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
That's
Listen.
why I never wanted to be a politician. So, oh no.
Right.
Some of the people I
Girl.
know, oh no.
They be digging too deep.
Yeah,
No,
they do.
I don't
Yeah,
know
they
that
do.
person.
Uh-oh.
Somebody said
Somebody said they got a topic.
Oh, what's your topic?
What's the topic?
Yes, I love that. Let us listen. Come on and let us know what's a good topic. We can. I'm taking notes and writing them down.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all kiss somebody with dentures?
Listen, that's a fair question. That is a fair question. Yeah, I ain't even thought about that, but I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Okay, now truthfully,
I'm just saying.
we can't keep our teeth forever.
Well,
So,
I mean,
but with people that have dentures, they have that poly grip, and so it
but
helps.
what if they polygrip ain't gripping and they gotta kiss you and they teeth come out? See, I thinks about random weird stuff like that. That's a great question. I don't know. I'm gonna
Thank you for that question.
Let me see. Shake your teeth. Let me see if they come out.
Really,
I ain't never even thought about that. Like
you checking teeth?
Yeah, like
Jahkia, you having too many restrictions, honey. Listen.
I didn't say I wouldn't. I said I had to think about it.
Okay, but we're not gonna check the teeth, right? Okay.
Oh Lord, Lisa said, "Would you kiss someone without teeth?" Man, I don't know, man.
Like if we've been together already, let's say if we've been together already and he loses his teeth.
That's different. But if I meet you and you ain't got, I'm not gonna lie. One of my biggest turn-ons is guys with nice smiles and pretty teeth. So if I meet you and you don't got no teeth or your teeth pop out, I'm probably gonna be like, nah, dog. What I'll do say it's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me. Why the teeth gotta pop out though? Let's just help him with some poly grip. Maybe he needs the super grip. Don't they have the super grip time where it holds it real good?
I mean, yeah, they do, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I've never even thought about that. So like I'm really struggling with that. Like I don't know, cause like what if he find like Lance Gross? You know, Lance. One of
that's what I'm saying
in the world. If Lance Gross teeth popped out, I'd probably stay. In the light so damn fine, it don't even matter.
See?
But again, I don't know.
You don't know until you're in that situation, huh?
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny.
I don't know.
Now, somebody asked a question. What is it? Would a man allow his woman to remove her teeth to please him? So,
would a man allow his woman to remove her teeth? You know they would. No teeth. Yeah, he gonna let you take your teeth out to do that thing. And any man to tell you he wouldn't ain't telling the truth.
They lying. They lying.
These questions are hilarious. V, if you were not married, would you date a guy with weave?
If I was not married, would I date? Okay, now listen. I've been seeing this on Instagram where the guys get their hair shaved, and I mean they look pretty doggone good. But how I wouldn't know that they don't have weave until it's time for them to go get it done again. I would say I don't wear it now,
I
but
don't want to
I've
be
worn weave.
hypocritical because I mean,
Right.
you know. So
So if
I,
you wear weave, go ahead.
as long as it look good.
You're right. You need me to get you some of that yaki at the store when I go. I mean, I got you.
You better not come in the house with no Yaki or no Remy.
I'm, I mean, we gotta help each other. So if I mean, I would if he,
I
if
think I
he,
would. I think if it looked good, I would.
right, because they're even starting to put it on their
Beards, yeah,
beard now.
yeah.
Because I mean, a man with a beard,
Ain't gonna lie, probably gonna get me every single time.
that,
I may at least look. I may at
right,
least look.
at least look and be
I
like,
may at least look.
mm, mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm,
I'm
mm.
gonna hit him with the.
The up and down look.
Where you going, young man? It's your destination.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so all these questions are great questions, guys. We really do appreciate it. So
Oh, here's a good question. Write this down for the Write
okay.
this down for the dating one. What is your deal breaker? I think that'd be a good question to cover on the when we talk about dating.
What is your
That's a good
deal
question.
breaker?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So some people have a whole list.
Man,
List.
I might be some people.
But you got a whole list?
You know what's funny? I've never really come from David. I don't know that I've ever really thought about it.
Oh, okay.
Because come from David. I've never really thought about it.
You never really thought, so you probably don't have a deal breaker.
I can guarantee you I do because I'm me.
Okay.
I just haven't run across it yet.
You haven't run across it yet.
So I have to think about that one. That's a good question now.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
All right. So dating, what is your deal breaker? And if you have any other questions, you can always send it to me on my social media, or you can email it to me at sharetheteawiththee@gmail.com. So Jahkia, I appreciate you taking the time
Thank you.
to
I
come and
appreciate
bless
you
my
having
podcast.
me.
It was
I
fun.
can't wait to come back.
Oh yes.
And I didn't even use a whole lot of cuss words this time. I'm so proud of me.
That's good. Because I try to say this is for kids, so kids can.
This conversation today was for kids.
Well, no, I'm going.
The conversation we're having for the
No, I'm gonna have to change that on my YouTube account. Say it's not for kids because we don't want them to be learning about kissing and all this other thing. So no, we're not. But anyways, I enjoyed you, Jahkia. So until next time, guys, because I know we're right at an hour. I appreciate everyone tuning in for Shredder Tea Tuesdays. And until then, we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Bye.